Hey, Dave.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Babette.
How you doing?
I'm really well.
This beats sitting on the couch.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
Could you tell me your name and your age?
Sure, my name's Tony Neville, and I'm 61 years old here in Santa Cruz, California.
And your lovely lady?
D-Bet Neville, no age.
No age. As always, beauty is ageless. Tony, could you tell me briefly your disability?
Sure, Dave. I've got a spinal cord injury, C4, C5. Happened just a little less than 2 years ago. I was totally paralyzed, and through a lot of therapy and work, I've gotten myself to the point where I can now walk with canes, generally assisted, for any great distances, but improving.
Excellent. And then the GlideCycle has recently come into your life through the Dominica Hospital Rehab Center, and this is your second experience on a GlideCycle. Would you like to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, well, the first day, since I have no feeling from here down, I was very tentative and stiff, and so my goal today was just to relax a little bit and actually sink into the seat and get the feeling of the machine. And I just made 2 laps around the whole facility here, and you know, once I got started talking and relaxing and forgetting what I was doing, it was great. I just had a good time, got my legs working, talked to you, heard the story, and talked to my wife a little bit, and it was great.
Yeah, that's probably close to half a mile. It's about a quarter mile around each time. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Wow.
Feels good.
Babette, how does it feel to have Tony run and walk like this with you? And you're spotting for him. Is that hard?
The spotting is not difficult at all. I was concerned that there would be a lot of spotting, but there isn't much spotting at all. And because I have a shoulder issue, you know, I was concerned, but it's really pleasant to see him go faster and be outside. He is outside a lot with his caregiver and walks, but at a much slower pace. So I can envision this getting him at up to speed, you know, with somebody by his side, and have it be an enjoyable experience for both people.
So kind of like going for a walk with a friend.
Yes, a walk with a friend.
Yeah, that is really wonderful. And you're experiencing a lot of balance challenges, and that's your most difficult component right now. Do you want to talk about those balance challenges for a second and how it feels to work with them on a GlideCycle as opposed to, say, with canes or a walker?
Yeah, well, one of my biggest problems is my left leg. I have a little more feeling in there and more proprioception, and I was able to actually almost use it like an amputee would. That is, pull up my right leg, and I was able to actually do it
like a scooter.
As a scooter more with my left leg.
So you could GlideCycle with your left leg and keep your right leg uninvolved?
Yes, to some extent.
Okay.
And so my challenge is getting the right leg more involved because of some of the tone or spasm issues that I have. It tends to dive down every once in a while. So I'm probably more challenged than a lot of people that try to use this machine. But I think with time, and my therapists have been wanting me to get more upper body rotation into what I do. So even though my hands are on the handlebars, you know, I felt like I was getting a little bit more of this. And I tend to have my pelvis kind of locked in a defensive position, and knowing that I'm in the harness, it kind of frees me up to move it more like I've been working on doing.
And that's interesting. Oh, an interesting question. You've only been on this twice, but have you experienced any changes in feeling or balance or anything that's translated from your experience on the GlideCycle to your normal function?
You know, I don't know that I've totally relaxed enough to get to that point yet. I don't know, maybe when I get off and walk I'll find myself being more fluid. You know, I'd say yesterday, you know, I was just tense because since I can't control everything, my body still tries to. So today I relaxed a lot more. So how that'll translate into walking, I don't know. I haven't been strapped on it here for about 45 minutes. And
that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
and I'm more
noticing
comfortable.
that he's not watching his feet like he does with the canes. He's always watching his feet and he's always looking down. But since he has a motor pathway but not sensory, he tends to see what his feet are doing. But I noticed him looking up. and that could be a big plus in enjoyment of life, because you're going to look out at trees, you're going to look around, and it frees you up to look around. So with just this only being the second time, I did notice that he was looking up more.
That's excellent.
Right? Kiss.
Excellent.
Right.
You guys.
Yeah. Well, if I don't look at them, I don't know what they're doing, since I can't feel them. So I have to just trust. But
Okay. And then you rode a glide cycle today for your first time. What was it like for you?
It was really fun. I did notice something unusual, that it really goes to your core, especially when you go uphill. You just are kind of like isometric. So I think that's good for anybody.
The core challenges.
Yes.
We usually say it's like running along on a therapy ball. Your whole body is just wiggly. And that's wonderful. Well, would you like to take a little bit of a walk and let me
Yes.
see how you do?
okay, we'll see if I can.
Okay.
The longer Tony's on here, I can see that the tone in his right leg, the spasticity that he normally has, is relaxing. He's getting better bend in the knee. He's clearing his toe, which at first the toe was
see
just
that.
every step.
I remember that.
And that was just about 15 minutes ago. Now you hear it a little bit there. It comes and goes. We're on a slope right now, though. The right side is the high side right now, so that's part of it. But no, I can see that he's really starting to figure out how to relax and let go of some of that tension that was creating that drag.
And balance is so
Oh my
much
gosh,
better.
Tony,
We don't even.
That turn was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a great turn.
This is beautiful.
I did the first turn with you, and it didn't feel like that.
People tell me I should be selling this for $4,000 or $5,000. Crazy. Everybody's all in talking about is money all the time. This isn't about money. This is a miracle.
Especially for people that have been in a wheelchair for a long period of time. To see them get up. Oh my God.
Just a little, just to see. I want to see, and the right foot did what I expected. It got a little anxious. Right, soon as, yeah. And what I think would happen is, as your body and your brain habituates to the speed over time, I think that you would be able to, like you couldn't let that right leg relax when you got on this, no matter when we started, even really, really slow. Now it's relaxing as you're going at a pretty good pace. But as soon as the pace changes on you, the tension in the right leg comes up again. And you would have to just gradually work yourself through different paces and become, and I do think that that tension, you've already showed us in a half an hour, the tension relaxes when you feel comfortable. When you start to feel like, yeah, I can handle this pace. I know this pace. The leg relaxes and it works more normally. As soon as the speed gets to a place where you haven't hit it before, the leg goes, whoa, whoa.
That's what it does in real life too. If I get start to stumble, it just locks up.
Right? And I think that this device in working on your balance would allow you to work with that spasticity in that leg, so that your leg would start to learn, and you would learn that, you know, when I get off balance, I can catch myself. I don't have to get tense. I don't have to have that. The spasticity, I think, is a fear reaction.
I think so.
To a large degree.
Trying to control what I can't control.
Right.
Now you can just stand there and practice your balance, and over
you
time.
are backing up. I had to get back here because he's putting enough force backwards that I had to. If I'm going to let go, so you can feel.
That's where he's got the brakes and the parking brakes.
Okay. There you go. Now you're getting it, Tony. Where you're not kind of backing up. Now you couldn't do that even a half an hour ago. This side-to-side thing. You're already starting to get your balance reactions better.
If you look at that fall resistance recovery, half an hour ago you would have been over on your crown.
Yep. I got you. I got you.
There's a wonderful training exercise right there for anyone.
Just side to
That
side.
lateral balance is not ever challenged enough.
Right. Are you getting fatigued? You've been out here about 40 minutes, I think, now on this thing. I think we should probably get you off and look at your suprapubic catheter site. I'm just a little worried about that because I think it's had a lot of pressure on it there.
It's true.
Is that suprapubic catheter bothering you now?
Just a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let's take a break.
Okay, I'm going to try to get you off.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to put the brakes.
Okay, that'll be it. You going to lock them on for me?
So you don't have to do that with Tony. He can walk sideways.
You can walk sideways. Oh, I forgot. Okay, Tony, which side do you want to go towards, left or right?
You know, I'm already going to
Okay, let's go together then. Just going to go sideways, sideways.
So who's got his sticks?
Who's got his sticks?
I'll get him.
Thank you. We'll stop right here and wait. Okay. There you go. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Once you get your hold of your sticks, we'll just continue to go to the side. And I'm going to wiggle your seat, Tony. Do you have your balance?
hang on 1 second. I got it.
There we go. Seat's out. I'm going to lay it down. Okay. Do you think you can step over that seat?
I do.
Or do you want me to unhook it? Wait, let's get your toe out of there. Okay. There you go, up and over. You got it.
Yay!
Walk away. Okay, can you walk after that? Woohoo!
Tony, tell me if you experience anything in your walking right now after this therapy session.
You know, when I first got here, this is the first thing that I've done this morning, and I'm always tight early, or it's not early, but first thing in the morning, Saturday. And I feel so limber and fluid right now. It definitely loosened me up, and you know, usually I'm very tight in the hip flexors.
Yes.
And just got them all loosened up. Here, let me try and walk.
Go for it.
Show you, but I felt, you know, like I was going fluid.
Let's see what happens.
Limber, as much as I can be. This is good walking for me, by the way.
Yeah, the walking changes. I wish we'd videoed him walking before he got on.
He is not dragging his foot at all. Unbelievable.
And what do you think about that speed? Isn't that a little different than usual,
His
Tony?
speed is totally different.
Yep, yep. I would say he's walking at least, maybe not twice as fast, but at least 1.5 times as fast as his usual gait.
So he's walking 1.5 times as fast as normal after training on the glide cycle for
he's
45
doing this-
minutes.
I don't remember seeing this movement before, Tony.
Yeah, you haven't seen me for a while.
I haven't, though. I've been missing
Yeah.
your walking, so I haven't hit you at your high points.
But no, this is better than yesterday's thing. Definitely better.
It's like a miracle.
Yeah, it's a training tool. It's an incredible training tool for walking.
And it's so simple that it's going to take us time for people to believe it. So these kind of videos and your
You know
work
what's really
here.
different for the support person?
What?
With the glide cycle, you can relax. I can relax. Okay?
Yeah.
But when I'm walking next to him, I am so
You're
on guard.
Yeah.
You know, ready for him to fall. And you know, but with the glide cycle, I'll tell you, you can like just stand up yourself and feel in control, because it does feel secure.
Yeah, I told him when I was walking with him, I said, I feel comfortable just walking with you. This is kind of relaxing.
It is.
Just holding on to the back of it. But that was like when he first took off, and I was relaxed.
Yes.
I'm noticing that my hips feel a lot more fluid.
Yes,
Like-
that was that kind of sitting on the ball thing I was telling you about. Your whole pelvis was kind of suspended, and you got stretched in your hips in a way that you haven't probably been stretched
They
in
feel,
a long time.
They feel loose.
Yes.
Something I've been working on, but this was more successful in getting that accomplished.
It was a long period of time with weight through your joints as you were getting mobilized. You know, as opposed to us putting you on the therapy ball and working on your pelvis, working on lateral shifts. This was you actively using your legs and creating the movement in your pelvis, which is quite different. It's much more successful.
He has a caregiver in the morning, like from 8:30 to 1, and you know, by the end of the time, he's walking better. But this was so much more effective. You know, it just got him to flowing sooner.
Yeah.
So that he can, you know, just enjoy himself.
Walk further, faster, more efficient.
So the
efficiently.
best question of all is this more fun than therapy?
More fun than therapy.
I won't tell Karen.
I love my therapist. It's different, and it's definitely fun. I always enjoyed therapy, but I'm kind of a wacko like that.
But you just did
I enjoy
45 minutes on this, and the time just disappeared.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was fun.
Soon you'll be doing 2 hours.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. That would be
the dream come true.
You know what? Maybe we can do a sequel 6 months from now. You take me. I can tell you. Here's what
1 month from now.
1 month.